Hello, and thank you for watching Redbeard Shaves. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day today. I am. The sun is out. I got a ton of yard work done. Got some errands done in the house. Came in, showered all the dirt off, and now I'm ready for what's going to be an absolutely beautiful shave. So let's get right to it. Today, I'm going to be shaving with Zingari Man, the Healers. This is a special edition along with the essentials that Heather put out, released yesterday. And of each purchase of this soap, $5, that's right, $5 is going to be donated to Samaritan's Purse or Feeding America. That's incredible. I mean, a lot of artisans out there are donating $1 per tub, but I haven't heard of anybody that's donating $5 per tub. So very gracious of Heather. Heather, thank you very much. I'm sure that money's going to go to a lot of people that really need it. Okay. I'm going to be shaving with my Grizzly Bay Brushworks today. And this was my Razor Ruby Edition brush that I got from First Line Shave. Really enjoy this. It actually has the Razor Ruby coin in the bottom there. And this has, I think it's version 4 of TDR's Fanchurian knot. And then to mow it all down, I'm going to be using my vintage Gillette red tip razor today. And inside I have, oops, just dropped the razor blades. I have loaded up a brand new Permasharp blade. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a little of this soaking / bloom water on the head for a pre-shave. Had a really good weekend yesterday. I helped my sister and brother-in-law move some stuff they still had in a storage unit. They'd moved over to Central Oregon a few months ago. Still had a storage unit with some of their items in it over here in the valley. Did that, came home, enjoyed the family, enjoyed the farm animals. I even accidentally got some more new chicks. I am addicted to chickens right now. Once I got a few, I wanted more. And then every time I go to the feed store, due to all this social distancing where they have us 6 feet apart, the line actually goes right by where the baby chicks are held, which is very dangerous for me. So my wife said that I'm not allowed to go into the feed store anymore. I need to actually just order online and pick up at the back of the store. So, baby chicks, they're awesome. They're little tweets, they're little mannerisms. So much fun to watch. Really been enjoying that. Got a whole bunch of yard work done. And, you know, this is kind of new to me. We're on 5 acres here. So everything is waking up and growing rather quickly. So trying to stay on top of that. Keep fence lines clear. I've been having to move the goats. The goats are being really good weed eaters and lawnmowers for me. And the one pasture I have them in. So moving them to a different section so they can mow down that grass for me. Trying to make it where as much of my property as I can and the animals that I end up bringing onto the farm are somewhat self-sustaining. I mean, I still need to care for them to a degree, but you know, if I can bring goats onto my property and they can eat grass all year long and blackberry bushes and weeds, well, then I'm not having to buy feed for them. And I'm still enjoying their company and their little attitudes and personalities. So that's kind of how I have it set up with managing the property right now. And then as soon as I saw, I can't remember, it might have been Chris from IMCDB had the Healers soap and was explaining that it was the old gypsy scent, which is citrus, pineapple, and I just blanked it, cucumber. I had to get this scent. I actually had missed out when Gypsy was released in the vegan base. And it's a nice, clean, citrusy scent. And I really wanted to get it this time around. Plus, being a respiratory therapist and working in healthcare right now with the COVID-19 business, this was very much appreciated that Heather would put something out kind of geared towards all the medical staff. And let me tell you, I opened up the container when it arrived yesterday, took a whiff of it, which I had a good foot for my face. It's a good mid-strong. I would give it a nice 7 to maybe even 8 on my scent scale. And it instantly reminded me of sweet tarts. That's how delicious this smells. I wanted to eat it. And I'd never heard about it being referred to that before. But I messaged Heather and I said, "Oh my goodness, this smells like sweet tarts. I'm in love with it." And she goes, "That's exactly what I say to reference it." So glad to know that maybe my nose isn't leading me awry. And I just, all day yesterday, every time I walked by the tub, I would open it up, I'd get another sniff of it, and was really, really looking forward to this shave. I actually almost just did a late night shave last night and made a video, but I forced myself to hold off and wait because I knew that I had a bunch of work to do today, and nothing would be better than after I was done having a nice shave to really freshen up and then enjoy the rest of my afternoon with the family. You know, all this COVID-19 business just kind of has so many surreal changes that I never thought I would experience in my life. I mean, it just, in some aspects, it's like we stepped back in time, the way that we're kind of managing things and dealing with things with the quarantine. And it's just not something that we're used to in today's world and today's society. I have people asking me every day if I personally think that the quarantine has worked. I actually do think so. I mean, nobody could say for sure what it would be like if we didn't have the quarantine. I think we'll know when the quarantine ends and people get a little bit relaxed, thinking that it's all behind us. And I don't think it quite is yet. So if I had any advice to give people, it would be to still use your PPE, still protect yourself and maintain some social distancing, even when everything seems to get back to normal, and slowly break in to really being back to normal, because it still will be around. It still will be spread. I expect to see a jump in the numbers. It'll take a couple of weeks, but hopefully I'm wrong. Because it is something that the people that it affects seriously, it really does affect them bad. And they have kind of poor outcomes. Not everybody, but definitely the ones that it hits them really hard. It hits them really hard and really, really fast. And that was an absolutely wonderful first pass. I still have gobs of slickness left. Stuff is like greased lightning. Super, super slick. With excellent cushion. And the scent, even once lathered up, remains nice and strong. A good 8. Really, yeah, a good solid 8. So yeah, what have you guys all been doing for spring cleaning? You have any projects you're doing? Or I've got so many, I can't even list them all right now. We actually had to make a list, partially to appease my wife. She can be a bit OCD, which I think we all are to a degree, but she likes to be able to see that list and check things off as they get done. And I don't mind it, because then I know exactly what she wants. So gentlemen, listen. If your ladies are always nagging you that you don't get anything done, tell them to write a list. And then you know exactly what they're looking for. It works. Took me a long time to figure that puppy out. Let's see, my wife and I will be married for 2019 years this May. So I've heard the old, we need to get stuff done, many a times over those 19 years. And the list has worked for us. So I think men and women in general kind of have different priorities of what to get done, what to do, how long to work on it. So finding something that gives you a good neutral ground worked for us. Got to be careful. The slickness is so good. Once I get it on the hands, I got to dry them off really good. All right, against the grain. This Permasharp blade and this red tip was working really well. I don't use vintage Gillettes very often. It's actually something that I'd completely forgotten that I had this red tip, and I'm going to try to reach for it a little bit more because I do get some nice comfortable shaves from it. This was refinished in gun coat, also known as Cerakote, so the original finish is covered up with that. The company that did this razor is actually no longer in business. I want to say that their name was Delta Echo, but I could be wrong. It's escaping me right now. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for a giveaway for my 500 subscribers. I think that I've got it kind of narrowed down. Just need to get it ordered and get everything in line. And then that giveaway video will be coming out. Man, it's such a great shave. And this scent is so bright and clean. Very, very citrus forward. If you like citrus, definitely check this out. It used to be called the Gypsy. And according to Heather's Instagram posts, with it being released as the Healers, this is going to be the last time that this scent profile is released. And the Essentials used to be called Lothario, which, if you guys like tobacco scents, Lothario, in my opinion, is one of the 2 best scents out there for tobacco. The other one being Shire by Mammoth Soaps. So Shire can still be found, but it's pretty rare. But right now, if you order the Essentials, you can pick up what used to be called Lothario, and you're going to have what I feel is the second greatest, not in any particular order, but one of the 2 greatest tobacco scents that I have tried. Such great cushion, slickness. You really get a good sheen from this soap. Try a lot of different soaps out there, and I have a lot that I really like, but this stuff, when I say grease lightning, it is slick. I've been trying to come up with some terms that are synonymous with other terms in wet shaving, but without stealing other YouTubers' reference words, on how to rate some of these soaps that are just absolutely exceptional. And for me, when I say something's exceptional or phenomenal, that's what other people may refer to as elite. I don't typically use that term because somebody else already uses it, and I don't want to steal their thunder. All right, go ahead and wet the head. I'm going to do a little cleanup. I do need to do a little cleanup with the red tip. While it's a very comfortable shave, it's not quite as efficient as some of my modern razors. A little sip here. Really appreciate all the comments I've been receiving lately on videos. Keep them coming, guys. Really look forward to that. Can't thank you enough when I receive them. Really means a lot to me. Really appreciate all the subscriptions, all the likes. And that's why I want to be able to give back and have something really nice for my 500 subscriber giveaway. And I think I have that in line. Almost done here. We'll get into the post shave. I never thought, when I was very young, like 4 or 5 years old, I lived out in the country, and I do have memories of that. But moving out into the country, having property of my own, and having farm animals now, and especially watching my 5-year-old son interact and play and help me with chores and help me clean things up has really brought, I can honestly say, a level of peace to my mind. It's just so relaxing. It's so wonderful. I'm very fortunate to be in the situation that I'm in right now. Just really helps with my mood and my attitude. You go ahead and rinse off. I think it's been a really good transition because I work in a pretty high stressed environment with working in the intensive care unit. I'm working with the sickest of the sick people. So being able to come home and do what my routine's been recently has been a good way to recharge my batteries and help me not get complacent, help me realize why I got into the medical field to begin with, and then just be rejuvenated enough to be able to give the care that at the level that I want to, which is very, very high. I take my job very, very seriously. I look at every person as if they were a family member of mine, which is kind of a double-edged blade. Sometimes it works really good. Sometimes it hurts really, really bad, because you get really close to these patients and their families and everything that's going on with them, and you kind of just get absorbed into what they're going through. And we don't always have the greatest of outcomes, so that's kind of hard. But it's something that I've taken on. I did get the matching balm, which is wonderful as well. This is the sago-based balm. It's a little bit thicker than Heather's vegan base balm. Very nicely scented also, maybe a little bit lighter than the soap, but it does smell identical. And I may go back for seconds with this for an hour or so from now. Such a wonderful shave today. Really, really enjoyed this. So, and again, if I didn't say already, thank you, Heather. Really means a lot to me. Around the edge of the label, she has the various medical professions typed in around. It's really cool idea. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching this shave and listened to me blabber on for 23 minutes and change. Hope you're having great shaves out there. Hope you're doing something fun this weekend. I hope you're able to do something to recharge your batteries. Remember to be nice to people. Do something nice for somebody. It'll make you feel better. And on that note, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Redbeard out. Take care.